Koranteng, you wanted Nigeria to go home, but they managed to get the better of Algeria.
I still want them to go home. That doesn't mean that.
At this point, they cannot go home. At least they will get something.
I don't want them to win, but in saying that, you can't overlook the fact. I think they've played the best football at the competition up until this stage in terms of balance, defensive, offensive. They've been really, really good. And I think...
especially that game against Algeria.
All the games, the front three in Osimhen, Lookman, and Ako Adams, they are, for me, it's very impressive when you find international football teammates build this sort of synergy within this limited period of time. And that's his credit to the head coach, Eric Schell. And especially Ako Adams. He's like the Firmino of the front three. The work he does, the work ethic, he uses his big frame, he can draw, and footwork too, very brilliant, intelligence, the positions that he picks up. They've just found this understanding. So if he goes to the middle, Osimhen knows he's shifting to the right, Lookman is going to the left, and that fluidity, the constant chopping and changing, it makes it very difficult for defenses to handle them. So, good job to Eric Schell for bringing this batch together. Ako Adams, for me, I think he's the unsung hero in that front three. And again, just to bring this back, when the two of them were arguing on the pitch and people were writing things and talking plenty, I told you that it's football.
I knew you would do this.
Oh, of course I'll do it. Because if you've ever played football before, even backyard football that there's nothing and somebody doesn't pass the ball to you, you shout. Anger is a very normal human interaction. Did you see them on the pitch when they were beating Algeria? Did they look like they had fought?
When he nodded in the ball and it went beyond the line, Lookman was like this following him.
Yes. He was like this following him. It's very normal. They are writing plenty of things and you shouldn't do that and it is going to disrupt and you shouldn't, like you've never witnessed human beings gathered together supposed to going for a common purpose before. You don't know that conflict can arise. You don't know. And that human beings will get over it because it's part of it. And they are talking plenty. Now everybody has gone quiet.
Let's graduate the conversation to which two teams do you think make the final? Nigeria will be losing their skipper, Wilfred Ndidi, in the semi-final.
Look, that will be tough. Already
Morocco as host.
Let's say in this game, I don't know who to support because I was wishing both teams to not reach this point. You see, that's a beautiful thing. When Ghana is not there, you can hope.
Oh, you can, yeah.
So, but I at this point, if there's any team I want to make it through, I think it's Nigeria. And I think we'll make it through, I think it's Nigeria. By any unforeseen circumstances. No funny red card in the first 10 minutes or anything. If it's 11v11, and we have a fair game, if it's supposed to be decided on the pitch by the football, I think that the Nigerian defenses they are good. They are solid. Knockout rounds, they've not conceded a single goal. They don't even concede chances. That's the thing. They don't concede chances to even concede a goal. And offensively too.
That boy.
You see, offensively
absence.
too, for me, they are scary. That's front three. And it's not just on the ground. The aerial threat of both Ako Adams and Osimhen.
Yeah.
If they need to get it rough, they can do it. If they want to play the fluid football too, they can do it. So they are really looking. I'm wondering when this team was during the World Cup qualifiers. It's quite unfortunate, but again, better late than never.
You know the time Eric Schell was worked into the job, so
he was asked that question about where this team was, and he said, it is the same game module. They have just gotten better at it. And I think one player who deserves, look, for my money, he's the player of the tournament, Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi.
Player of the tournament.
Yeah. Look, nobody impacts their team the way he does. Every single goal Nigeria has scored has come through him. And
he appears to find a way of giving some passes.
He's the guy. And you see, this iteration of him, if there's one thing we need to give Frank Lampard respect for, it's Alex Iwobi.
It's not Frank Lampard who did it.
Because
allow the guy to speak.
The whole idea
of
making him a permanent central attacking midfielder was Frank Lampard. At Arsenal, he was predominantly, started out as a striker, then predominantly out wide. It was at Everton that we saw him play consistently as a central midfielder. And in this tournament, no, it was at Everton.
Yeah, it was
Everton,
Frank
Lampard.
It wasn't Lampard.
No,
Lampard.
he worked with Lampard
It
for a
wasn't
year.
Lampard.
Lampard was his first coach.
It wasn't
for a year.
Lampard who shifted him to
It was
central
Lampard,
midfield.
because I remember this vividly.
We won't give him credit.
It was, you don't want to, but it was Lampard who did it. And in this tournament...
wait, wasn't it Lampard? No, Lampard was the one who brought in the Man U boy.
Who?
He went to sign this guy on loan,
Rooney.
Van der Beek, and was playing, what's his name? Van der Beek and somebody
No,
like
it was
that.
Lampard.
Duku Redeems at Central. It wasn't
Lampard.
Lampard. It wasn't Lampard.
It was
Say
Lampard.
you want to correct the credit.
It will
No,
never be
it was Lampard.